And First Lady Melania Trump spoke at a youth summit on opioid awareness in Baltimore yesterday, and this was the reaction she got from the middle and high school students.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, that was yesterday in Baltimore. Joining us right now from the West Coast, we've got Tomi Lahren, Fox Nation host. Tomi, there was a lot of cheering in Baltimore, but it sounded like, and according to news reports, there was a lot of booing, too.
Well, yes, and I think this is not only because, of course, she is Melania and her last name is Trump, but this is also just a lack of respect from young people. But where do they learn that from? Where do they learn that disrespect? Where do they learn that it is okay to boo the First Lady of the United States? Well, they learn that because they don't believe that they have to respect Melania or anyone with the last name of Trump, because the media and congressional leaders and Democrats have told them that they don't have to, that it's their moral right to do those things. So this is an epidemic in this country, not just of people not liking anyone with the last name of Trump, but just with young people being completely disrespectful.
I felt she showed her grace so well, too. She said, look, you're fighting with me, but I'm fighting for you there. And the office releasing a statement as well on the opioid summit saying, we live in a democracy and everyone is entitled to their opinion. But the fact is we have a serious crisis in our country, and I remain committed to educating children on the dangers and deadly consequences of drug abuse. Your thoughts, Tomi, on that?
Well, she handled it very, very gracefully, but she always does. I mean, this is a First Lady that always shows immense grace and immense class every time we see her, and especially when she's confronted with any type of disrespect. But again, can you imagine if this were Michelle Obama? Or can you imagine if Melania Trump was a Democrat or married to a Democratic president? She is an immigrant and she is a woman. The first thing they would say if an immigrant woman was booed on stage is that is racist, that is sexist, that is anti-immigrant, that is bigotry, that is intolerance. But because it's Melania Trump, people feel as though they get a pass. And it's absolutely wrong. It's despicable. Young people need to learn a lesson in this country. You just respect people.
Whether she's First Lady for four more years or one more year, she should be, if you see what she brings as a naturalized citizen, as an international model, she should be on more covers than Jennifer Aniston. But she's virtually ignored. And then she's booed on stage knowing that every camera is there, but instead of speeding up and getting rattled, she keeps her calm, stays composed, is able to come back and meet up with the president a little bit later on. Meanwhile, everyone's pumped about your latest episode of No Interruption on Fox Nation. And with your permission, because you do have the rights, do you think, Tomi, I could play a clip and we could all watch?
Let's play it.
Okay, here's Shereen Murray, who is going to be running against AOC here in New York for Congress.
It was a slap in the face to all of the constituents when we saw AOC deliver socialism to America in her endorsement of Bernie Sanders for president. We need someone who's more focused on the policies that better the quality of life than the limelight. And that's what we see in the current representative.
All right. So
I can't hear you.
We heard that, Tomi. Apparently, we've lost West Coast connection. But there is AOC at the gigantic rally. When her name was attached to a Bernie Sanders rally on a Saturday morning here in New York, 25,000 people showed up. So clearly, she's helping Bernie.
And watch all the rest of that interview and more details on Tomi Lahren's new episode of No Interruption on Fox Nation. And Tomi, you can't hear us, but happy Thanksgiving.